Why do bad things happen to good people? Is profound and challenging. This is one of humanity's oldest questions. A doubt that screams in the silence of pain. A question asked by afflicted hearts in the face of tragedies, losses, injustices. If God is good, why the suffering? The Bible offers some important answers and principles that help us deal with this reality, even if not all explanations are complete from a human point of view. The fall and the broken world. The Bible teaches that we live in a fallen world because of original sin. It takes us back to the beginning of everything, to Eden. When Adam and Eve disobeyed God, something broke. Sin entered the world, and with it came suffering, death, and pain. Genesis 3. When Adam and Eve disobeyed God, sin entered the world, and with it, pain, death, and suffering. This means that suffering is not necessarily tied to a person's character, but is a consequence of the human condition after the fall. We know that the whole creation has been groaning and suffering in the pains of childbirth together until now. Romans 8, chapter 22. Human goodness and God's standard. From a biblical perspective, there is none righteous, no, not one. Romans 3, chapter 10. In other words, even people we consider good are still sinners and in need of God's grace. The relative goodness we see in human beings is not the same as the perfection that God requires. Suffering is a tool for growth. Many times, suffering is used by God to shape character, strengthen faith, and produce spiritual maturity. We know that in all things God works together for good to those who love God. Romans 8, chapter 28. Tribulation produces perseverance, perseverance, character. Romans 5 chapters 3 and 4. Job, a righteous man who suffered immense losses, without apparent guilt. His story shows that not all suffering is punishment, there are greater purposes that we sometimes cannot understand. Jesus Christ, the only truly good one, who suffered unjustly to bring salvation to humanity. This shows that suffering and injustice are not signs of divine abandonment, but can be part of a redemptive plan. The promise of future justice. The Bible affirms that God is just and that all suffering will be resolved in the end. There will be a day when God will wipe away every tear from their eyes, Revelation 21 chapter 4. Divine justice will be fully revealed in due time. The Bible does not ignore the suffering of the righteous, but places it within a larger narrative of redemption. God is present even when we do not understand the reasons, and He promises comfort, purpose and, ultimately, justice. Today, perhaps you are suffering. Perhaps you have lost someone, a dream, or hope. But listen, this is not the end of the story. Keep going. Even if you have to cry, keep going. Even if you don't understand, trust. Even if you are afraid, believe. God is still writing your story. And He is an expert in transforming crosses into resurrection. Don't give up. There is hope. Because in the end, God wipes away every tear, with His own hands. If you liked this video, help us by subscribing to the channel, liking and sharing. And remember, each day is a new opportunity to call on the name of the Lord.